Alright, guys. So, when I left you last, we were just ending Chapter 2. I suppose you can read this if you want, but I'm just going to keep going.
The differential boundary strength of the surface is 910E.
Damn, you're kidding! Touch that and say goodbye, huh?
No, sis! Why are they here?
Shion, there's no time. Head straight for the coordinates.
I got it. Are you ready, KOS-MOs?
You know, I'm pretty sure Gnosis are like everywhere. That's part of the problem right now. Why she's so surprised they're right there, I have no idea.
Initialization complete. Safety released.
We're in range. Do it anytime, KOS-MOs.
Acknowledged.
What the hell? What's going on? Oh no! Even KOS-MOs can't disturb it.
Chief, maybe this is beyond us.
Just believe in KOS-MOs. It's all right. I know that she'll be able to do it.
Setting weapon deployment to maximum output.
All right!
Oh yeah! We're going in!
Pretty sure the edge of Jin's craft there clipped the edge. The edge of the hole there. Should have just blown him sky high.
ES craft had penetrated the hypersphere. The surface fissure is closed. Gnosis swarm in the surrounding space has disappeared. All ES craft lost from radar. All communications are cut off.
All right! They've made it through!
It's too early to celebrate. The Gnosis probably vanished in order to pursue them. The real challenge starts now.
I'm sure they'll manage. We just have to believe in them.
You sure are infatuated with her. Is it regret from the time when you still wore a mantle of flesh? Or is it because of ambition you still hold? So now you're going to use the daughter in place of the imperfect mother? The maiden who invites the spreading gnosis? You're one heartless bastard. And it's not like you don't know what this is going to cause.
It is necessary for the new world. Is your cloak just a decoration?
I don't like the idea of that thing as the womb, but whatever. I'll give you a hand. We just need to destroy KOS-MOs, right?
It is beyond your power. The only one who can destroy KOS-MOs is Telos.
Oh, really? So I guess my job is to attend to the princess's little whims. Works for me. I'll lead the entourage.
What does a scan of the interior show?
Temperature, 18 degrees Celsius. Pressure, 0.94. Wind speed at landing point is 20 meters per second. Atmosphere is 77% nitrogen, 20% oxygen with traces of argon and carbon dioxide. The air is breathable.
What's the Elsa's position? Can we get in touch with the crew?
There's a response on the underside of the object.
I'm opening the channel.
Woohoo! We're saved! We're gonna get out of here!
Little Master, thank God you're here!
Out of the way! Can't believe you're getting all excited just because they showed up.
You guys sound like you're doing just fine.
Of course. You can't run a salvage business if you let every little setback get you down.
Looks like there's a couple of exceptions to that rule.
Hey! Stop goofing around and get to your posts!
We're on our way there now. Get the hangar ready for us.
Roger. We'll be waiting to welcome you.
You can't escape. Why?
We haven't got a clue. Hey, Hammer!
The logical drive isn't responding at all. There should be nothing wrong with it since it's fully repaired and functioning normally. Anyway, I haven't got a clue.
If the logical drive isn't working, there's nothing we can do.
Yes, as things are now, the environmental bugs will run out of resources first. And then we'll eventually run out of water and oxygen.
Professor?
Something in this strange land must be affecting it. We'll have to go out and have a look.
You're certain that something in this land is causing it?
It's impossible to be sure, but I think it's worth investigating.
Gotcha! Captain, get things ready so you can launch at any time. Don't worry, we'll have you out of here in no time.
Well, that's a bit of a lie. Here we are, back on the Elsa, finally. Pretty much the mainstay of the game. So, there's probably no better time to do this than now. Because most of my characters are available to split off now. So Jin, for the most part, is better as an attacker. His counter and evasion stuff here is pretty neat, but... And I think it's this guy, Gale Strike, is actually rather powerful. But you get some pretty powerful attacks as well, including some all attacks. And I think you just get a little bit more stat boosting in terms of strength. It looks like agility too, that seems to be what it's telling you about. So with Momo you get attacker and spell attacker. So from a natural standpoint, she's obviously a spell attacker, and it gives you all of them, right? It gives you the all attacks, then the single attacks, next level, all attacks. I find Misty and Locke to be pretty useless, and EP plus 30 that late in the game really isn't that good, so this one kind of sucks, but you could turn her into attacker, and she can turn into something of a decent attacker, but it'll never be on par with other characters. Like, she gets some pretty interesting techniques, but that's about it. As far as Ziggy goes, Painkiller 2, Sword Edge, Road Storm, Road Rage 2. He gets some pretty good break skills, actually. Like, this is a lot of stat boosts, and you get defensive way too late. But this one's actually not bad either. It teaches you some type criticals, M-type critical B. You get some break attacks as well that are just like straight break attacks. Much like defensive, you get offensive way too late, but So yeah, he can kind of go either way. Again, I don't really use Ziggy very often, so... support and attacker. Support is actually surprisingly lame. You get some decent fire attacks and some decent beam attacks. But like you don't even get... Yeah, the highest you get for the all attacks is level 2. Rare Hunter is kind of okay. And the rest of these are actually pretty lame. You know, like maybe learn this set to get your offense, defense, and balance, and then refresh here. And then I would just jump right over here. I'm going to jump right over here anyways, but I don't think I'm going to be using her that often. I'll probably switch her in when we lose KOS-MOs, but then we lose her for a bit too, ironically enough. Junior as a supporter is incredibly lame. If you have Chaos or Shion or Momo, you don't need him to be supporting. I mean, he can hold his own as a supporter, but either one of those is going to be A, better, and B, they're going to learn a lot of recovery stuff on their own anyways. So the attacking stuff, he gets a good mix of either attacks and physical attacks. They are mostly singles for the most part, but given that he's also getting physical attacks with it, it's actually not as bad. Chaos. Chaos as a spell attacker is another one of those really weird ones. You really only get Ice and Lightning, which kind of complements Shion's Fire and Beam. You do get level 3s with him at least. And it's the same thing. He learns Curse, Misty, and Lock. I don't think What's-Her-Face learns Lock, or Curse, I mean. But ultimately, like, this is where the bread and butter is going to be for Chaos. You're going to get your break heals, you're going to get your revenge, you're going to get your awesome tech attacks, right? You got ones that hit heavy, you got ones that are going to be for breaking. Spirit. Oh, another heavy break. Medium break for everyone, heavy physical attack. You can double up later on. He learns Refresh naturally as well. And he gets defensive and balance. So, and a little surprised he doesn't learn offensive anywhere, but oh, he learns it down here, offensive and quick. That's kind of weird. I guess if you pick up some extra skill points, that might be worth going to the level 2 there, but yeah, so I think that pretty much covers the party. So the next thing I was going to talk about is we now have access to this. So we're going to do two things. We're going to go back and get and you know, now that I'm trying to think of it, I can't remember what the hell the item was called. But anyways, it's in the segment address in the back here. And it's not too far, so we should be fine. And all the puzzles are already solved. Oh, it is Tears River. I was thinking that, but it just sounded so wrong. So the second thing we're going to do, because KOS-MOs' running animation is actually kind of pissing me off, head back to Pedia Island. We're going to go get Shion's swimsuit, which we've actually already seen her in when she was here in the story, so It's nothing too new or bizarre or anything like that. So I kind of apologize taking about 5 minutes going through the skill lines, but I did mention I was going to go through them, and now seemed like the best time. I don't think there's anything else for me to do here, so I'm just going to head back out. So I've got a decoder for number 9 and a door that I found, so everybody's caught up. I don't think I have any good items to use. No. Okay, so that is that. I'm gonna just save it really quick because I just spent some time talking. And I'm not going to bother buying anything. Cool. Oh yeah, you gotta be a female to go in here. Sometimes I forget which games are which when 3 of them have you in the same area. But I came in here just looking to see if there's any doorways or anything I need to pick up. And it looks like that's a negative, unless I'm running away by it, but I doubt it. I think these cabins become much more important later on in the game. I know you can get, you can start Momo's side quest for her ultimate weapon in one of them, and I think you can resolve another one. Oh. There's another one, yeah, actually that's Jin's. You need the, oh, there's at least an item box in here. The VB Dawn and something else. Survival beads or something? He needs the strength a little more, so I'll give it to him. You guys will notice I'm not really buying much equipment stuff yet. I'm probably going to hold off till about chapters 4 or 5 even. That's just to save money early. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. KOS-MOs has a pretty good upgrade right now from that segment address. And the actual like bonus that you're getting from a lot of these really isn't enough to warrant I'll try this setup. I'm probably... as long as I don't have Dina and Zebulon together, it's usually not a big deal. The reason I'm not a fan of it is later on when I start getting access to some of the better perfect. Nice. Sorry, I stopped my speech there. When I start getting access to some of the better weaponry, all of ES Dina's stuff is beam. Like, I'm pretty sure all of it is beam. Everything from her rifle gun to her other gun to her laser arm to whatever else she might have. Zebulon's a little more flexible. She can have some lightning stuff as well as some beam stuff, but her better stuff is the beam stuff. It's the arid system. And like, his stuff is physical now, but we can equip him with a fire bazooka. So between that, he's usually just pretty physical. He can equip some fire stuff too, but Zebulon gave you a little bit more variety than Dina does. Everything's going to be beam, so if you end up with somebody who's strong against beam, you're kind of toast, for lack of a better word. So I saw that tutorial update, so I figured I'd show you guys. That's the last of the tutorials. So that's the first thing that we got 100% in. Nothing else is in the 90s, so that's okay. And you guys remember how I was telling you before, for this first like 6 chapters, 7 chapters of ES battles, you can pretty much one-shot everything? You notice how I pretty much one-shot everything that last battle? Yeah. That was pretty much what I was going for. Oh, nice. I can do these too. There we go. Now, had I have actually gone and bought a generator for Ruben as well, I wouldn't have been even taken that damage, so... That's kind of my one beef with the ES battles, as I said before. It pretty much stems from episode 1, but given that Chaos is supposed to be essentially super effective against the Gnosis, it stands to reason that a lot of his stuff is going to be powerful against the Gnosis, or Gnosi. I'm pretty sure it's just Gnosis. Part of me is hoping that we actually run into something a little more powerful, you know, before the boss. I mean, I'm not holding my breath, but... I've got a ways to go, so I might as well just do this now. It's less about getting the finish strike and more about helping power up my special attacks. Not to mention, if I need to, I can always use a trap. So I'm probably going to explore all of this anyways, but for the record, I don't actually know which way is the right way to go right now. What? You guys can kind of see how fast my skill points are going up from the ES fights here. Okay. It's kind of weird. Nothing there either, that shouldn't surprise me. And much like the characters, it's nice to see that the ES speed has amped up quite a bit. It's not the trudging that we saw with the Asher beforehand, right? Given how high up we've just climbed, I'm starting to think this was actually the right way to go. Oh. Unfortunately, this was not the right way to go. Unless, of course, you wanted experience and skill points, in which case... Yay! I'm pretty sure once I knock that one over, it's going to let me go back down, so let's go see what's over here. Oh, I did not even see that guy. I did see that guy, but it was like right at the last minute. Apparently the Dean is pretty slow. Oh, it doesn't even give you an option. That's lame. Okay, well, I gotta go back. I gotta go another way. I don't know which of these two is the right way, but we gotta go break up another geocrystal. That's not a terrible upgrade. So it looks like that one over should be the where I want to go. Yeah, we're gonna go collect a rough geocrystal. And we're gonna check that segment address down there to see if it happens to be this one that I have the key to. The nice thing about having the key and not knowing where the door is at some point I'm going to find the door, and I won't have to go back to look for the key. I think next battle I'm going to launch some specials there. Yeah, this is the one that I wanted. Oh. I guess these little auto tech guys are supposed to be with Virgil. I don't think any of the enemies are going to pop back up, but I've been wrong before. I'm sorry about that little squeaking of my controller, guys. I'm going to see if I can get something to fix that at the end of this video. It was bad enough that I'm listening to it like live, but I can hear it on the audio feedback as well. It's a bit of a piss off. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, not really. That we will need much later for Shion's ultimate weapon. It's pretty weird that we can start collecting that now, but... So I'm going to save here just in case. I I don't think the boss is right up ahead, but... No, actually, now I'm kind of thinking the boss is right ahead. Oh, hello. This guy chased me a long way. Thankfully, we're not quite at that part of the game, but I think she's the first person to learn Revert, so... And this is the boss fight.
Whoa, where are we?
It looks like a cave. A very wide one.
Is that Hebrew? No, maybe it's ancient Aramaic. Behold the great... I don't know, I can't read it.
And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it.
Wow, you can read it?
No, I recognize it. They're exactly the same words that I've seen before. It was recorded and stored in Daddy's Y data.
Mizrahi's?
Look out!
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Don't you know it's rude to come into someone's home uninvited?
Testament?
You were in the Song of Nephilim.
Oh, so you remember me. Well, isn't that nice? I find that rather interesting. You see, I remember you, too. I remember that you let me die.
But... Lieutenant Virgil... How?
Now don't get all sentimental on me. It's not like I've been hiding out here in this dump all this time just so the two of us can talk about old memories. Hardly. No, I've got business to attend to with your crap.
Wait, Lieutenant! You're right. It's true that... But... that was...
Like I've told you before, all your self-righteous crap makes me sick.
Junior, look at the letters on the wall.
Damn, it's already started.
Wait, what's going on?
You were writing them without even knowing about that? Oh, whoops. And you're still compelled to write them now, huh? Now that really is funny.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple. That is the kind of place this is to those vessels of anima that you're using.
To the vessels of Anima?
What the hell are you talking about?
Come on. You're not very bright now, are you? Why don't you just try using your heads a little for once?
Unfortunately, this is one of those battles where you kind of got to take advantage of your anima gauges when you can. I feel bad using all three, though. I feel like I might not be prepared for later on, but that's okay. I was really going for a team attack there. I was really let down.
I love it! I can clearly feel your hatred.
Oh, crap.
System critical.
Unfortunately, that probably would have taken out any of us, so... Here we go, finally.
Attacking! This is boring. Let's be a little more passionate.
Oh, and it's a good thing I didn't. I probably don't need to do that, but I also don't want to get stuck in case, yeah, that happens. There we go. So I'm pretty sure Shion and KOS-MOs still get the reserve amount for like experience and skill points.
You think you've won? Your attacks have no effect on me.
Yeah, they consider it to have 1 HP at the end, so... Unfortunately, they'll be 3 skill points short and what looks like 600 experience short. Okay, so Chaos is starting to learn some more healing stuff already. That's awesome. Ziggy's choke only works on human-type enemies. Cannon 1 is a long-range attack for KOS-MOs, which is always nice. And Fallen Eagle 1 is also a human-only, so... I believe D-counter allows us to counterattack in ESs.
Well, this is interesting. I guess there's just too many of you.
Lieutenant, you died. You're supposed to be dead. So how?
How did I get here? Is that your question? Am I alive or am I dead? It doesn't really matter. That isn't even important. Then again, it's not something that I would expect you to be able to understand.
Oh, please. Enough babbling nonsense, partner.
What's this? Is the new kid coming to crash the party?
The time has come. Or what? Were you planning on staying here forever?
That voice! Albedo? Hey, wait a minute! Albedo! It's you, isn't it? Did you forget about me? Vessel of Anima. Why? You mean you pilot ESs as well? No! Wait, Albedo! What the hell? Damn! The ES isn't responding!
Neither is mine. The energy gain is dropping. It's going to shut down.
Output's still dropping. It's no good. Unable to sustain current levels.
That's what I tried to tell you. Like I said before, that's the kind of place this is. Oh well, good luck figuring it out.
Damn it! We'll have to walk the rest of the way.
What did Lieutenant Virgil mean by, "That's what kind of place this is"?
I expect the answer to that question lies ahead.
Alright, so forward we shall go. If there's, yeah, save point here, perfect. I shall take this opportunity to end the video once I check the store. I don't know if I'm going to bother right now, but I have in the past actually pumped up my G resist for my main characters. I might later on, but for now I'm not feeling like it's very effective. So this is what I was talking about, right? The blue lady is from 12 and 13 to 15 and 15. You know, that looks like it's going up 4. So it's giving a little more evasion. This one's not even as good as the one I have equipped, which is always nice to see. Yeah, 2 points for Chaos, like 3 points for Junior. Just not worth it. I might pick up a few, you know what? I'm gonna keep the shock absorbers. Small increase in gold acquired after battle. That's not a big deal. Where is my party? There we go. I'll give that to her so she can feel special. Especially since she doesn't need the extra little boost thingy. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I was going to give her the other shock absorber, but you know what? No poison. She does have the most HP, so not being poisoned might be quite a benefit. We'll see. I'm actually going to switch to her swimsuit for 2 reasons. 1, looks awesome, and 2, she, unless I am mistaken about which character learned it, no, she's got rare steel, so when I get into boss fights, she's going to be coming in really quick to steal. There are quite a few items that are, I don't know if I want to say that they're one time only, but they're definitely unique. So with her being my only stealer right now, she's going to be there. And her swimsuit gives her luck plus 30 and agility plus 5, which means I can get her out of the battle equally as fast. So when I come back, it'll be part 7 and we will finish off Rennes Le Chateau and most likely end up in chapter 4. And probably do a little bit of that because I can't imagine this going for an entire hour. So I'll see you guys then.